Hello everyone, I am very glad to be with you. In this video we are going to deal with Unit 3 New Hello for Secondary 2. Before we start, let's discuss this question. What's a summary? A long text that gives someone's opinion about something, a short description that gives you the most important information, a text that gives you the arguments for and against something. Right you are. A short description that gives you the most important information. Unit 3, Lesson 3 is reading. The reading in brief. We are in dire need of finding sustainable sources of food in the future. That will be due to the increased number of the world's population and the decrease of the amount of farmland. We have to modify the traditional methods of agriculture. The passage introduces a new sustainable source of food, which is algae or algae. As you can see in the picture, this is algae or algae. Some kinds of algae are called seaweed, and it's very popular in China and Japan. Scientists say that it's sustainable as it cleans the sea and improves the air we breathe. Lesson 4 is about writing an essay. What's an essay? Have you ever written an essay? The following presentation will help you understand what an essay is. The following presentation will help you introduce what an essay is. Let's go. How to write an essay. The structure of an essay, as you can see, any essay consists of three main parts: the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. The introduction, dramatic opener or hook, transitional sentence, thesis sentence. Again, the introduction includes dramatic opening or hook, a transitional sentence, thesis statement. Body, topic, sentence, details and examples, as you can mention, concluding transition sentence. The body of your essay can be 3 or more paragraphs long. The conclusion, summary statement, restate your thesis. Let's deal with each one of them separately. Introduction. Every essay has 3 parts, a beginning, a middle, and an end. The introduction has 2 main purposes: to draw the reader in and make him or her want to read more, and to prepare the reader for the direction that the essay is going to take. The introduction usually has 3 parts. The hook, a dramatic opener, consists of several sentences that pull the reader into the essay. The transitional sentence connects the hook to the thesis statement. The thesis statement is 1 or 2 sentences that states the idea of the essay. For example, hooks, dramatic openers, are used to grab your reader's attention at the beginning of a paragraph or in a report or essay. The hook is often a short sentence and is placed before the topic sentence. You can also use another very short sentence at the end of the essay or report to remind the reader of the opening. These would frame your essay. Here are some examples of some hooks that you could use. Question. You can use a question in order to draw the attention of your reader. What is more valuable than gold? If you are writing an essay about friendship. Possible closing. A man with many friends is rich. You can also use an imperative. Look into the heavens and count the stars if you can. A command. Report on outer space. Possible closing. We will also wonder about the size and the greatness of our universe. You can also use a quote, a wise saying, a proverb. The most important thing in the hook is to draw the attention of your reader. Thesis statement. A very basic thesis statement is one or two sentences at the end of the first paragraph that tells the reader the main idea of your essay. A thesis statement should do these three things. It should clearly express what the essay is about. It should make a discussable point. It should show the structure of the essay. Here is an example of a thesis statement for an essay about why a dog would make a great pet. My three major points will be that dogs are loyal, easy to train, and make good companions. These are your topics for the body of the essay. Here is an example of a thesis statement that I could use for my essay. Thesis statement: a dog would make a great pet for me because they are very loyal, they are easy to train, and they make good companions. Body of the essay. What's the body of an essay? The body of an essay is the part between the introduction and the conclusion. It contains the evidence. So far we have used the example of 3 paragraphs, but there can be 100 and more paragraphs to an essay. It all depends on the subject of your essay. If you have a lot to say about your subject, you will probably have more than 3 body paragraphs. Each paragraph in the body of the essay contains the following sentences. Topic sentence: the sentence tells the reader what the paragraph is going to be about. Detail sentence: your paragraph can have many detailed sentences. The detailed sentence tells your reader a little more about your topic. Each detailed sentence must include an example. Concluding transitional sentence: this sentence wraps up what you have already told the readers and gets them ready for the next paragraph. Okay? Conclusion, the end. Just as every essay has a clear beginning, it should have a clear ending. The last paragraph, also known as the conclusion, should make your essay sound finished. The concluding paragraph typically has 2 parts. The summary statement is 1 or 2 sentences which restate the thesis in a fresh way to reinforce the essay's main idea. The clincher is a final thought which should create a lasting impression on the reader. Revision. Revision is actually something a good writer does throughout the writing process. Every time you consider which ideas to add or delete, every time you change a word or phrase to make your essay sound better, you are revising. Revision does not mean recopying what you have already written. Revision means making changes to the content of the paper so that every word, sentence, and paragraph makes sense to the reader. Many students tend to rush through revising. They are anxious to get done with the assignment, but a good writer will revise as much as necessary before the deadline to get the best possible result. 3 areas in particular to examine as you consider how to improve the content and the style of your essay are as follows. Clarity: is the essay clearly and logically written? Unity: do all the paragraphs relate to the central idea? Coherence: do the ideas flow smoothly? I hope you understand how to write an essay. Let's practice. This is an extract from textbook New Hello. This is an essay, as you can see. The exercise, as you can see, read this essay about the future of farming. Why will there be less land for farmers in the future? After reading the essay, you have to answer number 2. Read the essay again and label the parts of the essay with the phrases below. As we studied in the last presentation or the previous presentation, how to write an essay, it's easy to label them. Let's go ahead. Look at number 1. This essay will focus on the future of agriculture. Right you are. E. An introduction to the topic. So 1 is an introduction to the topic. Okay, let's move to number 2. First, After that, finally, write your 3 points that the essay will include. We will include, or the essay will include, these 3 points. First, after that, finally. Let's move to number 3. 3. The Earth's surface is heating up and soon there will be less land and farmers can use. Less land that farmers can use. Write your factual information. Factual information. 4. In the case of Africa, I think it's so easy. A supporting example. Write your You have to support your writing with examples. 5. Due to a link to the paragraph before. Good job. You have to link your paragraphs together. A link to the paragraph before. Let's move to number 6. In my opinion, in my view. So you have to give your opinion in your body. So as you can see in the essay in front of you, there is an introduction, a body which includes examples, your point of view, factual information. The last part of your essay will be the conclusion. As you see in the slide in front of you, to conclude, it is so easy. It's the conclusion. The conclusion must be precise, concise, and to the point, very short, and it summarizes what you dealt above in the essay. Match the phrases in the essay, number 3. Match the phrases in the essay in bold with the phrases below. In my opinion, you are right. In my view. 2. An example of this is in the case of Africa. Right, you are. 4. 3. Because of. Due to. Right. The subject of this essay is. Good job. This essay will focus on. In conclusion, to conclude. Firstly, secondly, lastly. First, after that, finally. Here is some of the vocabulary that may hinder or block your understanding in this lesson. Here is some of the vocabulary in these 2 lessons that may help you to understand them. Summary: a short, clear description that gives the main facts or ideas about something. At the end of the news, for example, they often give you a summary of the main stories. He gave us a short summary of the meeting. Our teacher asked us to write a summary of the story. Giant, an adjective, extremely large. The volcano spewed a giant cloud of ash, dust, and gases into the air. The centerpiece of the shopping center is a giant fountain. Giant also is a noun. An imaginary creature like a man, but extremely tall, strong, and usually very cruel, appearing especially in children's stories. Tales are told about an island inhabited by a race of giants as tall as houses. Ocean, a very large area of sea. For example, these mysterious creatures live at the bottom of the ocean. The Panama Canal provides a crucial shipping link between the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans. Improve, verb, to improve, to cause something to get better. He did a lot to improve conditions for factory workers. I thought the best way to improve my French was to live in France. Also, improvement is noun. The noun from improve is improvement. Improvement is a noun, an occasion when something gets better or when you make it better. For example, the improvement in sales figures had a beneficial effect on the company as a whole. Fashion. A style that is popular at a particular time, especially in clothes, hair, makeup, etc. For example, long hair is back in fashion for men. Fur coats have gone out of fashion. Continent. One of the 7 large land masses on the Earth's surface, surrounded or mainly surrounded by sea and usually consisting of various countries. For example, the North American continent, the continents of Asia or Asia and Africa. The continents make up about 35% of the Earth's crust. Efficient. Efficiently is the adverb from efficient, working or operating quickly and effectively in an organized way. For example, the city's transport system is one of the most efficient in Europe. We need someone really efficient who can organize the office and make it run smoothly. Efficiently is an adverb. Working or operating in an organized, quick, and effective way. For example, she runs the business very efficiently. Evidence. One or more reasons for believing that something is or is not true. For example, the police have found no evidence of a terrorist link with the murder. Is there any scientific evidence that a person's character is reflected in their handwriting? Thank you for being with us. Until we meet again, goodbye.